Hello everyone, this is John Fawcett, Warning Coordination Meteorologist for the National Weather Service Office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas. Here's the latest update for our current flash flood scenario. The time of this briefing, 2 p.m. Thursday, September 12th. The potential impacts, just an ongoing extension of what we already have, flash flooding, mainly along and east of the Rio Grande region today, shifting west with time, finally ending up west of the Rio Grande by tomorrow on Friday. And evacuations may be required in some of the troublesome low spots. A couple of them that come to mind are Socorro, Texas and Vado, New Mexico. Cancellations have already taken place of outdoor events for today, this evening. That could extend into Friday. And then road closures. That could be just about anywhere. Several already in Hudspeth County, Trans Mountain Pass, over in El Paso County. Anywhere you have poor drainage, road closures are very possible. Here's an interesting graphic of the radar estimated rainfall for the past 2 days, maybe a little more. And this is from the Holloman Air Force Base radar. Doppler radar indicates in the blue areas 4 or more inches of rainfall in the past 2 or so days. And this is focusing more on the central and eastern portion of our region because during the last 2 days that's where the focus has been. Del City is actually blocked from Holloman radar's beam there, so that 5 inches of rain they've had doesn't really show up on this graphic. But most of the other areas, that's fairly accurate. 3 to 4 inch rainfalls the last couple of days, fairly widespread. Now looking at the computer imagery for the forecast, starting with noon today, Thursday, still have the upper low, has now moved into eastern Nevada. Still have the upper high, that has moved a little bit westward to western Oklahoma. What that has done is provided a squeeze play with the drier air on either side of the moisture plume, but the moisture plume from both the cyclonic rotation of the low and the anticyclonic rotation of the high, that plume still sits over southern New Mexico and far west Texas. So we're still in the thick of the flash flood scenario. But as time goes on, midnight tonight, the low is making a slight eastward movement. The high continues to drift west. So the band of abundant moisture gets a little bit narrower and yet still covering the area. As we continue to look at these graphics, remember in the red, those red lines, that's the computer generated rainfall contours, where the computer thinks there's going to be rainfall, in other words. Okay, moving ahead to noon on Friday. The plume shifts a little further west and it narrows even further. Now the upper high is into North Texas, the upper low is into northern Utah, so the dry air circulation around both of those features is making an impact on our moisture plume, and yet you still have plenty of moisture. Now with less rainfall coverage, because you'll have a little less moisture in the atmosphere, you might have spotty, intense thunderstorms. You'll have additional surface heating, little drying aloft. To the meteorologist, that means, a better chance for thunderstorms instead of just steady, moderate to heavy rain. Finally, early Saturday, the upper high is dropping into central Texas, and the upper low continues, moving into the central Rockies. There's not much of a moisture plume left, but still quite sufficient for scattered thunderstorms, mainly west of the Rio Grande, probably up the Continental Divide on Saturday. Uncertainties, the drop-off in rainfall, Hudspeth and Otero counties tonight. How much of a drop-off is there going to be as the dry air tries to move in from the east? And then we've had our big band of heavy rain move up out of Chihuahua into El Paso County, parts of Hudspeth County, Doñana County. That was this morning. Now, is there going to be a regeneration of a heavy rain band to the south again tonight to give us a repeat Radar seems to be indicating that this afternoon, but we have to wait and see. The degree and westward extent of drying on Friday, that's a big question, but should still be enough moisture for heavy thunderstorms and spots. So that's why we have a flash flood watch still in effect east of the Rio Grande through early tomorrow morning, and then continuing through the rest of the area, Rio Grande vicinity and west, through tomorrow into early tomorrow evening. We already have flash flood warnings and various flood advisories out. That should continue to be the case with more of a westward shift as we go into tonight and tomorrow. And then again, with the drier air aloft providing more evaporative cooling, it gives you stronger downdrafts if you have any thunderstorms. And if you have more surface heating, that also contributes to stronger thunderstorms. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that slight chance of damaging winds from thunderstorms Friday and Saturday where they do develop. So to summarize the expected impacts, flash flooding, shifting west with time, potential evacuations and cancellations, will they extend into Friday of outdoor events, and then road closures. Again, that will probably be shifting west as well. So emergency managers, please monitor the latest statements and forecasts. Best way for you and the media folks to do that is with our NWS chat room. Otherwise, it's our Facebook page, our Twitter handle, our YouTube channel, and our web page. Thank you for your time, and we'll get through this. It's just a couple of more days.